You're listening to Into the Twilight, an independent, listener-supported show. Subscribe at patreon.com/intothetwilight for monthly bonus episodes, weekly shoutouts, a Patreon-only book club, and more. Thanks for support, and now, on with the show.
Now tuning in to Earbud Media, audio for everyone.
Do you want to put money down on how many times that we're going to be interrupted by fireworks this episode? Because I'm guessing two on my end.
For sure. I've already heard some, and it is barely noon. So
yeah,
that's cool.
It's a strong 10 a.m. on my end, and I'm just banking on it. So if you hear loud booms, just take it as, I mean, it's not ambiance, but just take it as ambiance, friends.
Sure. Just the most threatening, horrifying ambiance. Just really antagonistic ambiance.
Yeah, for the people that choose to use this as a podcast that you fall asleep to, consider it ASMR for you.
Sure.
Just some threatening booms. So welcome into the Twilight, aka Strong Energy.
Truly.
How are you doing?
I'm here. I am, you know what? I am coming to the space with strong energy. That's the theme of this sesh.
Is it another piss documentary?
It's not another piss documentary. That's a one and done, okay? This is a more conceptual one. I am talking about the concept of hitting the bricks.
Okay.
Of fucking leaving. Of quitting.
Hell yeah.
Because I recently quit my job that I've had for a year. And not in it was not like a bad blood way. It was not like whatever. There's no beef, etc. There were just like a lot of logistical things that I was like, I actually can't afford to work here anymore.
Oh.
And do I want to be doing this, right?
Sure.
Forever. So I had to like make a call, make a decision. And specifically as someone who has been laid off far more than I've been able to quit a job.
For sure. Yeah.
It's a different vibe. Is it a good time to not have a job? Certainly not. It's, we're figuring out, we're making it work. Everything is okay. I'm fine. But there is something freeing of just being like, hey, I'm not vibing with this, or I don't fuck with this, or I can't for whatever reason. And just being like, I don't need to. I could do something else or figure something out.
Absolutely.
And just figure it out, So we're in a little loosey-goosey transitional space, We're fun employed, etc. But in a way that I feel like I can, it's not like dread. It's not like all surrounding dread that happens with like getting laid off or your entire workplace just disappearing and shutting down overnight, right? Mm-hmm. Which has happened to me. So, it's a little bit of a different mindset. So I feel like less, I'm not scared, but like I'm less, than I have been in other situations where I have not had agency to like make a plan or figure something out or, rely on fucking making it happen, in one way or another.
Yeah. Yeah, that is huge. Having the agency there is critical. I mean, you work in an industry that should not be this way, but by the nature of the world that we live in, does not respect and properly fund journalism.
Mm-hmm.
And so being able to have the agency to say, like, I'm reading the signs and I'm gonna make this choice is huge there, rather than going down with the ship.
Right. You take in the windfall and just, throw a lot of spaghetti at a lot of different walls and see what sticks. And just, not be feeling already like insecure for various different reasons while also being in a job that is not helping that.
Right.
And being like, what if I didn't have those two compounding feelings and I just felt one of them for maybe a little bit longer of time, but without two things really just like eating at each other and me. is great. It's like a
Yeah.
whole new world.
It's so interesting to think that, like, my parents, for the most part, have worked the same job my entire life.
Sure.
And the concept of that, one, never existed when we were growing up, even though, like, at least for me, that was something that was fed when I was growing up, of like, you have to
Right.
choose a path, TM, and that will be the thing. Even though, like, all of the government was fully aware that, like, pensions, that those won't exist anymore.
Yeah.
In a way, there's something that I think still feels very comforting to a part of me, of like being able to
Totally.
have that sort of stability there.
Mm-mm.
But that concept has never been a possibility since I entered the workforce. And I think that in a way, there is something that's a little bit freeing to be flexible. I just wish that it was more something that we got to choose rather than it was forced on us by the nature
For
of
sure.
this world.
Yeah, totally. It's a different landscape, and it is annoying and bad
It is.
and dumb. But you can just hit the bricks. And be
Yes.
like, let me, you can just be like, actually, I will, I got trust in whatever, my ability to make something happen because I've done it before, and I could deal with a little bit of better headspace rather than out of fear and necessity and like what's the word, like scarcity mindset, like there's a little bit of a different feeling, and being just like, okay, I can navigate these feelings and not also be like stressed out at a job that is helping to make those feelings happen,
Yeah.
So we're here, we're living, we're gonna be watching a lot of fucking television.
Fuck yeah. I love that for you.
Hell yeah.
This is very sad in return of you, by the way. And I love
No,
this for
literally.
you.
Everything's coalescing. I was like, what if just everything was on fire at once? We'll figure it out,
You're
It's
gonna
be
figure it
okay.
out, and it's gonna be great. Yeah.
How are you doing, my dude?
Well, I'm happy to report that yesterday I got a Venmo payment from a Facebook lawsuit of $6. So I'm in a new tax bracket.
Whoa.
If you ever have questions about what it's like to be rich, you can ask me. Because I'm living high right now.
Hell yeah.
No, that's just, it was very funny to see that come through yesterday. And I was like, damn, what am I going to buy? Absolutely nothing. Literally nothing. Couldn't even DoorDash a fucking Taco Bell quesadilla if I wanted, because they're
No.
no, but I just thought that was very funny. I have noticed that there's been a lot of scuttlebutt around weddings lately for no particular reason,
Mm.
And I saw something on Twitter come up that was about weddings, and it just made me giggle. Because I notice sometimes, and we watch a lot of wedding content. Everyone here knows this, that we love a good married at first sight, for weddings type of thing. That sometimes weddings can be stressful for people.
Yeah.
And I saw
sure.
this kind of 2-part thread a couple of days ago from someone. Their ad is Debase Dandy, but their name is Adam's Moody Account. And they said, I don't think that they meant this to take off the way that they did, but they got their wedding photos back, and they were gonna. It's 2 photos. And listen, I know everybody's like, don't talk about visual stuff on an audio podcast. Shut up. This made me happy. And they got their wedding photos back, and they did a first look. And something that I thought was very funny, as I know sometimes people like hype these up, and first looks are meant to be this like one time that kind of de-stresses you in a really sometimes stressful event, right?
Sure.
And I love this. I thought this was so funny that this this guy Adam, one of his groomsmen, got a wedding dress and did a first look, and obviously he and the photographers are in on it because they got this photo of Adam looking so like kind of nervous and really in the moment, and then just in the fucking background is one of his groomsmen, and you can just see this fucking smirk on this dude's face. And it made me laugh so much because sometimes I was nervous when I first saw it that it was going to be one of those things where, like, sometimes masculinity really makes fun of femininity in a way that's like gross. But it didn't seem like that. It just seemed like a way of like taking stress out of this moment.
For sure.
And I love that. And then they posted a follow-up afterwards of the groomsman and his wife together. And they just seem like they're vibing out.
Yeah.
And I love it.
This photo is beautiful. Like, also, like, this groomsman is really rocking
He
the dress.
looks great.
Kind of looks stunning. Kind of looks really stunning. This is really beautiful. And that fucking grin of just being like, I got his ass.
I fucking got him.
I fucking got him. Like, moments before, just pure excitement and hilarity.
And someone posted later in the thread what it finally reminded me of, which was the Henry Cavill meme where he's standing there and then you see, I think it's Jason Momoa just like running up behind him.
For sure.
And that's exactly what this reminds me of, is just like a man who's like waiting to see his wife and he's so excited. And then there's just this chaos gremlin who's there. I love it. It seems great. I know
It's
nothing
really
about
good.
these people, but it just seems like a total vibe.
Yeah.
And it made me very happy. I don't know anything about them, but I love it. And it has great potential here.
I hope this becomes a trend. People should do this more often.
They
'cause this is
should.
incredibly funny.
Because I've heard so many things about people being often not able to be present and like in the moment in their wedding, because you have so much going on there. It's not just an event, but like I don't know, you're thinking about your vows, you're thinking about your fate, like you're trying to perform there.
Yeah.
And this feels like a great way to just help someone be present in the moment in a way that's not detrimental. Because sometimes that's what it feels like when people like push the cake into their face or do those things that are like harmful. This isn't a harmful goof. This is just a funny, This is just a funny goof. And I like it.
We need more pure of heart goofs like this in the world.
Pure of heart, and I like it. There's no news. There's no news this week. And that's fine, because this episode was a lot to take in.
Dude.
And that's saying something, because they wanted me to watch this and Bonnie wasn't even in it.
And that's so disrespectful.
It is, because what are you going to... We know the show. The show loves to host like an event.
I feel you.
But you're going to have an event and Bonnie's not there. And then also our event queen herself isn't there either. What do you mean?
Don't piss me off.
How did this one do you?
This episode had a lot of peaks and valleys.
Yes.
I do think it's incredibly funny and incredibly on brand that Lily fully forgot the lesbians' anniversary. I think that's really funny.
She's just so caught up with her mans right now.
She has a lot of stuff going on, so I understand. Her mind's in like a lot of different places, and I totally get that. But it is so funny to be like, "Hey, what's all this for?" And they're like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "What are you talking about?"
This is her family, by the way.
Yeah, her family that she loves and sacrificed everything for, including her biological family. Lest we forget. And it is so funny to be like, oh yeah, congrats on 133 years of loving each other throughout time. Maybe we'll have a party, ? You guys can figure that out.
And that Julian, for all objectively an evil person.
Yes.
Objectively, like, not only just the antagonist in this arc of this season right now, but objectively like an asshole and a really bad person, has since he returned back to the present day, has been on lock preparing for this anniversary party. Like that's what those people were for. So the fact that it wasn't necessarily it wasn't for this like grand plan, he got them specifically for his favorite child, Mary Louise, and was like, I'm going to get all these people around so that you have the best anniversary party around. That is an ally, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, Julie in this episode was more of like a person that felt like, even though he is ontologically evil and abusive and bad, was pretty cute to be like, hey girl, your daddy's favorite, like whatever, like here's a party in which I've compelled like 100 people to, either be fed on or to just like do stuff for you,
Right.
and just like hang out, whatever. Have a blast, girly pop.
Essentially, like, I shut down Disneyland for
Yeah,
you here in Virginia,
totally.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And got again, he's doing things that are nice for Mary Louise, but in like an objectively evil way, right? Because he got
Mm-hmm.
the gaudiest Jersey Shore ring I've ever seen that
Yeah.
is not Nora's type, is very much Mary Louise's type, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is like, oh yeah, I got this for you, Quinn. It'll be perfect. Even though the one that Mary
Right.
Louise chose for Nora was like very much her type on there. And he's like, no, I got you. So you can call me an asshole, a baby killer, an abuser, everything under the sun, but you can't call me homophobic, actually.
Right. I'm strong in that allyship, so don't even try to question it.
So
I'm here.
you can say whatever you want, but you can't say that, actually.
I got a big rap sheet of crimes, but none of them
Not of that.
are being homophobic.
Lily was she was not at her best this episode, and that's unfortunate because I have been enjoying this character in her murky grayness, and this
Right.
episode she kind of screwed the pooch. I'm gonna be real.
She kind of screwed it majorly, big time.
There was never a universe in which this show was going to keep a powerful woman alive. I'm aware of that. However,
Correct.
it's not a good look for this show to say at the end of last episode, as Lily, I'm going to finally have this epiphany that takes a long time for someone who has been abused and then because of that not realized how she's been complicit with abuse herself, and be like, I'm going to leave
Right.
this man. Great. Goes through it, tells
Right.
her family, and then because of that dies. Hello?
Right. It's so fucked because it's also like it kind of goes back to also how bad Chucklefuck Salvatore brothers are at making a plan with perhaps like alternate ideas when things go down, right? Or considering things that could have happened that they are not aware of, right? Because they don't fucking think more than 2 steps ahead of themselves ever. And the fact that all of this entire plan hinged on whether or not they were linked together, because that like confounds the whole thing of how to kill him and also maybe not kill Lily in the process, right? And so they've been very careful on that side of the coin, but they have not considered that, oh, there are like vulnerabilities within like allegiances here, in that sure, Valerie was able to get like most everyone on her side, but Mary Louise is a different beast and is gonna be and is showing signs of like, I don't know how I feel about that, right? Like I don't know if I'm ready to turn on Papa like that. And the fact that nobody fucking thought of that and was like, oh, is there a possibility that she could have just unlinked them through heretic stuff and then Lily gets Dot, which is literally what happens? Like, what the fuck are we doing, you guys?
It is not surprising that Damon and Stefan only have a plan A and rarely ever think about a flowchart of plans. But it's a bummer considering that Valerie was in on this and Lily was in on this, who I know are a little bit schemy and should have been thinking about it and also have more experience with who was going to respond in the way that they did. Because it didn't surprise me when Valerie communicated the actual truth of what was going on, that that Mary Louise and Nora looked at Beau first.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of like their voice of reason there. And Beau was like, I got you, Queen. I knew Nora was going to go with Valerie and Lily because she seems more sentimental that way and also seems to kind of fall in line with the group.
Right.
However, from Mary Louise's perspective, everything that we've heard has been she's been frustrated that Lily has not been letting them out of the confines of this town. So she's resentful about that. And everything that Julian has been doing from her perspective has been fine. So, of course, she would be suspicious of this. And so for them to have not thought like, hey, we need to seed a little bit more doubt, especially when
Yeah.
this is like her party here, is wild.
Mhm.
I'm not surprised. I'm just disappointed there. And then for them to, I think it was when Damon and Valerie were in the room with Julian and they were talking for so long that Mary Louise had time to come in and like foil the
Mhm.
plans. I was like, y'all should know better than this.
Yeah.
That you gotta work a little bit faster here.
Right. We have no time for like long speeches about what you are about to do, because that is in that time your whole thing can get fucked. You know?
Right.
We can talk later. Like you can debrief after.
And that's why it is surprising to me that they did not bring, I guess it's not, but like from a logistical perspective, right? It's weird to me that they didn't bring Caroline, who we know has been able to kind of ruffle the feathers of Mary Louise and
Mhm.
Nora. And then knowing that these are heretics who have vampire and magical abilities, why are you showing up with only vampires and you're not bringing Bonnie?
Seriously.
And that's not to say that like Bonnie should only be used for her powers here. But if you're trying to take down someone, why would you not at least ask here?
Right. And this is like the guy that you guys have been trying to get at and seize the opportunity for a minute. And no shade, but you guys aren't really known for having foolproof plans when it comes to the big things. So I feel like maybe an extra reassurance in the form of Bonnie, a witch, might be helpful.
Right. I agree.
Nuts.
It felt very much like they woke up that day and decided, because you're not even asking Enzo. You're letting Enzo just like drown in his feels.
You're letting Enzo try to be the dad who stepped up and woo Lily. It's like, okay, brother. Okay.
It felt very sudden and impulsive to me.
Yeah.
Which I did not appreciate.
Yeah, the Enzo stuff is so funny because we also now have the context of like at some point there is, you know, the further exploration or a relationship between him and Bonnie, and it's like this guy's fucking like backlog of people he's been involved with is very funny. Like if you draw it on a map, there is no like middle of Venn diagram here, and I do appreciate that. You can never know his next move.
Yeah, he really has explored the gamut.
Oh my god, get him on Love Island. Let him in the cross.
Oh my
Let him
god,
explore.
he would be so good on Love Island. Wow,
he'd be a menace. People would love the accent and his little curly hairs. You know, his little thing he's got going on. Like there's something there.
I agree 100%. Watching him recite poetry, I will say,
dude,
it was.
Yeah,
I know what they were doing, and it worked.
Mm-hmm. For sure. He put on the full charm, and I was there. I was locked in. The one thing I absolutely refuse to have them gaslight me on, though, is when they're listening to a man singing opera, and he's like, "Does it sound familiar?" Do not in your life tell me that is Enzo from 200 years ago singing opera. Don't even.
Oh, I assumed at the party that was Beau.
Oh,
because of the way that like they kept panning over to Beau and he looked a little like wistful.
Gotcha. Because it was just like the way it was so quick, and then like you always had such a beautiful voice. And I'm like, are you trying to tell me that this man with a deep Italian voice it's Enzo? I cannot believe that. I absolutely refuse. But that does make more sense.
But there was one that they played at the bookstore, but then there was also one at the party. The one at the party, I think, was Beau, just on the way that they played the shot. But I don't know. The idea of it being Enzo is very funny to me.
It's like there's no way they're trying to convince me of this, because I refuse to believe it. Absolutely not.
It doesn't, well, because the timeline of it doesn't make sense, because when we see him as a human, he was sick And the way that they showed us in the flashbacks, he seemed poor, if I remember correctly. So when would he have been in operas? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. I might need to go back and watch that clip because now I'm curious.
I was living in that alternate reality for a minute. And I was like, there's no shot. There's absolutely no way they're trying to do this.
Oh, that's very good. Speaking about Lily not being on her game this episode, something that I am glad that they showed a little bit of is when because there's something that I really like about the way that this episode started with her just like being awake and plotting, because they did that a little bit earlier in the season with Caroline. But it was more of her just like planning out all of her to-dos.
Mm-hmm.
The idea that everyone in Lily's family thinks of her as a wet blanket is something that I find very funny.
Yeah, totally.
Because they've tried in previous episodes to make, at least when they started and they introduced her, she was supposed to be this kind of like really intimidating, kind of badass character. But the more that we've learned about her from other people is they're just like, God, you're so boring. You want us to go to bed at like 9:15.
Right. What are we gonna do? Knit at this party?
Right.
This loser behavior. I want to get drunk and dance.
Yeah.
And propose.
And I did think that was cute. The Mary Louise moment. I think it's very funny that they've waited this long and that they weren't already engaged.
Right.
I would have assumed that they were already, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like 133-year-old relationship, you kind of assume a form of engagement or commitment in that way.
Yeah, you're common law married like 5 times over.
At least, yeah. Like, I think you guys are good. But I do, I appreciate the sentiment, I suppose. That's cute.
We need to teach them about U-Haul lesbians.
Oh my God. Yeah, y'all would be moving really differently if you were from a different time.
I thought it was cute. It's just that I wish that Mary Louise had stuck with the original ring, because the one that she gave Nora was truly like a ring pop.
It looked so goofy. It looked like a fucking like championship ring. Like
it did. Yeah,
it was so big.
It did. Because Mary Louise was making fun of the first one. I think she said something like coal miner chic or something. But looking at that ring on Nora's hand, it was just so gaudy.
Yeah.
I will say that I was surprised that I don't know. Maybe I wasn't that surprised, but it lasted all of maybe 2 seconds.
Yeah. They can never be happy.
I know.
They can never just be on the same page.
Yeah. I think that I don't know. I'm not imagining it being forever. I think they'll settle on there. But it was very dramatic of Nora being on the stairwell and being like, take back this shitty ring. I need to know your thoughts about Caroline and Stefan.
I hate this so much. It's so silly, and it is I know that Stefan's kind of going through it a little bit.
Yeah.
With the, I lost my kid. What could have happened? What could have been? Like there's a lot going on. But he is playing the very specific, like, shitty boyfriend of a woman who's pregnant.
Oh my God.
Role,
yeah.
And being like, oh, so this is a lot of information, and I so for sure want to talk about it. Definitely. Don't even get it twisted. I am just actually so busy right now. I do have like a lot of things I need to be doing right now, like today. So thank you so much.
No, Caroline, don't worry about it. I just told the boys that we would go shooting. So like
right. We're gonna like dig holes for a long time, and it's gonna be like really cool and bonding. And
there's this place in Vegas that you get to like play on trucks and dig up holes, and we have to go.
We're gonna play on trucks. And I've flaked and ghosted on these bros for a while, so I feel like I can't do it this time. This one is like kind of the last. We got to do it. You know what I mean? So I'm committed, and I for sure want to. We will circle back to this totally, absolutely, and I'll be totally normal about it. It'll be great.
No, Caroline, I'm not packing a suitcase right now. Don't worry about it. No, I just need this to go play on the trucks with the boys.
For sure. Like, no, I think it's actually so cool that you are somehow pregnant with Rick's twin babies.
Our
I think
history
that's like
teacher?
super cool.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I think it's like super awesome, and I do have the mental capacity to process that, and I'm normal about it. I'm like super normal and feel good. So just don't take anything that I'm doing right now as any other indication, except for me wanting to not be here right now having this conversation with you.
I just got to go kill my mom's boyfriend really quick. But I'll be back.
It'll be so quick. I'll be back. We'll watch a little show. We'll make some popcorn. We can debrief, and we can definitely talk about whatever's going on in your body that I'm not scared of and not weirded out by. Don't worry about it.
Caroline kept being like, is there something astrological where it has to be today? Is it like what Bonnie kept talking about?
Right.
Like, is it have to be today? And he's like, for sure. Yeah. It had to be today.
There's no other way. There's no other way to do this plan. You have to understand.
Her starting off by writing it to Elena made me want to throw up.
Yeah. It's like, hey girl, just checking in. Little wacky wild stuff was happening over here. Got a foreign situation in my stomach.
Dear Elena,
in my body.
I thought
So-
writing this down would make it sound a little less wackadoodle. I was wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually burn this piece of paper. Maybe this will, by the time you're back up, you won't. This will be a blip, so you don't even have to worry about it.
I do like the fact that she told Matt beforehand, because Matt already knew, but Matt being like, wait, hold on. I thought you were joking. This is real. It would have, I know that it wouldn't work this way because it's not as like cinematic for television or whatever, but it would have been easier, I think, for Stefan to have understood if Valerie would have been there, so that Valerie could have been like, so this is what I saw in the moment, so that Stefan didn't have mentally in his mind palace imagining Caroline and Rick having sex, because you know that was something that went through his mind for half a second. Who knows?
Yeah. For sure.
Because why in the world? I just like to imagine, and I'm not on Stefan's side ever, but I just like to imagine that in his brain he was like, so I'm a vampire, and I know vampires are real. I know werewolves are real, but I draw the line on Immaculate Conception.
Totally.
Because that can't be
I
real.
can only take so much,
right?
You know?
Like, I know ghosts are real. That's true. But that's something that happened in the Bible. So that obviously can't be real.
I have been very flexible and compromising of the state of the world and the universe and what can inhabit in there. I do have a limit though, and it is this. There's certainly no way. I can't let in something else. That's enough. No.
And I can't, and again, I'm not defending Stefan, but I can't blame him, because if my partner came up to me and was like, hey,
you're not going to believe
You're
this.
not going to believe this. I'm pregnant with our was vampire, now human's children, immaculately. I didn't have sex with him because, again, he was our teacher in there. I would be like, I would. Can you just respect me and say that you had sex?
Yeah. I would rather you cheat on me.
Can you stop playing in my face? Oh
no, babe, you don't understand. It's a really weird.
No, you don't understand. He was married to a witch, and obviously, like, the more you start explaining.
Have you heard of something called the Gemini Coven? They love a situation there.
It's just,
it makes more sense in my head.
God, it's ridiculous.
Also, that fuck ass cover of Every Breath You Take was diabolical.
It was the music this episode I choose to believe didn't happen, actually.
It was just not this. Not here. No.
They obviously spent their money elsewhere, because the music this episode was not great. And that's a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's for the best that I don't think about it.
For sure.
I find it interesting that Lily tried to Romeo and Juliet herself. However,
totally. This diva.
And tried to, like, really girl boss it too, and was like, I've seen this
She was
happen
doing it
twice,
feministly,
right?
for sure.
And twice is a pattern. where Julian gets hurt and then I get hurt. So obviously we're still linked. However, Queen, could you have just quickly nicked your hand and seen before you do it right into the abdomen organs? Could you have just double checked that y'all were still linked?
There's a lot of variables here, and I'm kind of, it's driving me nuts that nobody's even checking a little bit. Just be like, we're all on the same page, right? We are linked. You will feel bad when I feel bad, correct? Because that's a big commitment to do when you are not 100% sure.
Yeah, when everyone, when 50% of the main people in these scenes are witches. Right? Maybe even more of that, because we've only got 2 people who aren't. So, 85 plus are. There's a high likelihood that one of them could just flip the switch and unlink you here. So, just double checking before you do the fatal blow might be a good thing. Especially when...
Just a little insurance,
right, Right. It's just a lot. When you're gonna do the whole like, well, I choose them both, and Julian's like, hey, Queen.
So about that. Ooh.
I mean, you did choose them both, to be fair. But
for sure,
in the process, you did take yourself out. Damon, this episode was really on one.
Yeah, the mommy issues are front and center.
They are truly under a spotlight this episode. And I can't blame him. But goddamn,
Yeah.
Him just...
I did love that little
the near the end when everyone is like saying their goodbyes, right? And he's just doing a duck face holding that bourbon. It's not supposed to be funny, but it was funny.
Right. It's so good. It's just like, and the little like sort of kumbaya moment that Stefan and Lily have about, because Stefan's like, hey, can you give me advice, Mom? I really need this because I don't know what the fuck. I'm starting to realize that maybe I am kind of freaked out about the Caroline situation, and maybe I need help with that. And they're talking about it, whatever. And then she's like, hey, can you give me advice on Damon? Because that guy fucking hates my guts so severely. And I'm trying my best, but it is tough. And the way he looks at me, like the look in his eye, makes it seem like he wants to kill me.
Well,
and Stefan is like, oh, that is amateur hour. I get that face fucking every day. Like he's been prepping for that in this moment.
Yeah, get in line,
I wouldn't
girl.
take it too personal. Yeah, I've also been on the receiving end of that, so you are not alone in this. It's okay. He's a little dramatic, okay?
And that's just how his face looks, girl. Don't worry about it.
That's how his face looks. Yeah.
He just kind of gives everyone in his family that face, so... I mean, you can take it personally, but don't take it too personally. That's just...
Yeah.
He just looks like that.
Don't go in a spiral about it. It's not worth it.
Yeah. I appreciated that moment, because Stefan, both of them, have mommy issues for different reasons.
Yes.
But it was wild to see those goodbyes. I wasn't expecting this. I should have. But I got weirdly emotional when Beau did his goodbye.
Yeah, totally.
I think I talked about this last episode, but I love Beau. I don't know why, but I like Beau. And I thought that it was very sweet when they did that. And then for all of this to happen, everyone is saying their goodbyes when Nora goes up and I think it was Valerie. Valerie going up to Damon and being like, she's literally, you can see all the veins. Like she's literally dying. This is your last chance and you're going to have regrets. And he just goes up to her and essentially just like smothers her in the last moment and is like, will you die faster? Essentially.
Yeah.
God damn, Damon.
God damn.
And we knew it because we see in the flash forward that he regrets it. And that the person he's been thinking was his mom was just the like werewolf toxin, making him imagine it. Which is now making me wonder, because we've been getting these little snippets of the 3 years, and they were like, oh, this person woke up. And now I'm like, who the fuck woke up on there? So now I'm wondering. But I imagine that it might have something to do with whoever took Enzo, like whoever Matt's new freaky friends are.
Right.
Whoever his cop buddies are, I imagine.
Yeah. His new crew.
We can't. This is what happens. You let a guy join the academy, and then he starts kidnapping heartbroken vampires who, God forbid, they break into the grill. And Enzo said she was of drinking age. Okay? Sorry about it.
Sorry.
He didn't kill her.
Yeah.
It creeped me out, though, because it kind of looked like the... Who was the weirdo from last season who had the fuck-ass van that, like, opened up to the sun?
Oh, sure.
It kind of looked like... Because it was a really, like, souped-up van
Totally.
in there. So I'm wondering if it's another part of that crew or something. Imagine it's just another tour. Another one of those, like, Halloween tours.
Right. You came at the perfect time. Hop on board, buddy. Let's go.
I know it's not, because they shot Enzo with like a ton of vervain, and they seemed really like aware of what was going on. But
Sure, they had some context clues for sure.
Right. But I just like to imagine on there. The one thing that I had not put together, I was obviously aware of this, but I had not put together until I pulled up the wiki for this episode, is under the trivia. And trivia, to my understanding, is supposed to be funny and a little goofy. The trivia for this episode, one of them says, Bald Damon and Elena, his sleeping girlfriend, we fucking knew that, but thank you, have both watched their mothers kill themselves.
Hey, the Vampire Diaries wiki, hey.
What the fuck?
Hey, when you say trivia, that is categorically not. That's not the vibe of trivia. Why would you say that to me?
So again, trivia usually has like a generally positive connotation. And I knew this because we've watched every single episode thus far. But I didn't need that reminder, actually.
Right. I kind of didn't want those puzzle pieces to be put together in that way. I was good without it, actually. I was really good. That's fucked.
That's so... But I'm not surprised. This TV show fucking... They hate women. So I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But it's just like, damn. There's a part of me that's like... that wishes Bonnie had been in this episode, because you know that when Damon finally breaks... You know the first person that he's going to go to is Bonnie.
Oh, yeah.
His best friend.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be Bonnie. So, I'll be curious. At least we know that she's in next episode.
Yeah. Thank God.
So that's good. It's a Christmas episode, which we know have always been happy and joyful on this show.
Nothing bad is going to happen. It's going to be so cool.
We've never gotten a sad Christmas episode, obviously, on this show.
Right.
And it's titled Cold as Ice, which is great. And it looks like Caroline is at this one too, which I'm looking forward to.
Hell yeah. She's going to run that Toys for Tots like the knee.
Which is good, because what do you mean that the show has events and we're not getting Caroline in them? It just doesn't, that doesn't compute for me. We have some amazing patrons today. Would you like to start us off?
Absolutely. Thank you to Lauren Cullen.
Ooh, thank you to Zoe Forbes.
Ooh, thank you to Vanessa Swan.
Ooh, thank you to Greg Lautner.
Ooh, thank you to April Dobrev.
Ooh, thank you to V Salvatore.
Ooh, thank you to Megan Pat.
Ooh, thank you to Katya Karp.
Ooh, thank you to Genevieve Morgan.
Ooh, thank you to Danielle Burke.
Ooh, thank you to Janae Bennett.
Ooh, thank you to Rena Zeklos.
Ooh, thank you to Emily Ozera.
Pew, 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 pew. And last, but certainly not least, thank you to Jaylene Ivashkov.
Pew, 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 pew.
So I want you to just hear me out on this one.
Great start.
This is by the author Avis Corvo. And I don't really understand the title of it, but it's called Fizz Gig, all one word. The summary of this really interested me. And so I just want you to it's going to be good. The summary of this is: a modern woman wakes up trapped in the body of the world's most unfortunate stray. For reasons neither fully understand, the original hybrid has decided this grotesque stray is worth keeping. Or also, Klaus drags his foul-tempered, increasingly chubby, ugly cat, which is in quotes, everywhere as everyone stares on in horror. And there's over 14,000 words in this.
Jesus. Okay. All right.
I have no idea where this goes and what's happening in it, but the idea of Klaus and this ugly cat,
Yeah.
just there's something about that feels on brand to me.
Yeah. The fact that someone was so inspired by the potential of that is really beautiful. There's something to it.
Because we know that he has a very interesting taste. We've seen his art before. And there's just something about that feels very important to me.
Wow.
So there's 14,000 words in this. If you want to go explore it. If you do, please let me know how it goes.
Hell yeah.
Well, my friends, stay safe out there. Please do not blow up your hands and end up in the emergency room. Don't be a statistic. Go hit, what did you say earlier today? Go hit the bricks.
Hit the bricks.
Go hit the bricks.
And however you see fit.
Tell your friends about the show. We have some exciting bonus episodes this month that I'm looking forward to.
Oh, yeah.
And as we say here in the Pacific Northwest,
get bit.
Ooh.
Ow. You've been listening to Into the Twilight, an independent production by Earbud Media. You can support the show by subscribing to our Patreon at patreon.com/intothetwilight, or rate and review us on your favorite podcast app. You can send us a backstory or a fanfiction at intothetwilightshow@gmail.com. Our music is by Eli Krause, and our art is by Maddie Padilla. You can find me on Twitter at Cody Corral and Allie at Many Are the Stars. Thanks for listening.
You've been listening to Earbud Media Production. Earbud Media, audio for everyone.